need to learn how to color correct. You're dealing with hyperpigmentation. You want your makeup to be as flawless as possible. How can you color correct? What do you need to use? How do you do it right? That is what we're going to be going over in this video. Now that your custom all-in-one makeup palette is built, that has your color corrector in the back, I'm going to go ahead and teach you how to go ahead and color correct. Get your palette out, get your brushes, and let's go ahead and get into this video. Now that we are getting ready to go ahead and start applying our makeup, step one is your skin prep. Make sure your skin prep is done. Hydrated skin. This is something that everybody wants to skip no matter what makeup you are using. I promise you, if you do your skin prep, you will see so much better results when it comes to a flawless makeup application. If you have not seen my skin prep video, make sure you go ahead and take a look at that skin prep video first, and then come back to this video and do your makeup along with me. First thing you want to do is get a setting spray. Any setting spray, if you want to go in and spray the face first. We have our custom makeup palette. I'm going to go ahead and go over how to go ahead and color correct today. What you're going to need is a smaller brush. It could be like an eyeshadow brush. Today, I'm going to actually be using this brush right here. This is the Bright brush. This is one I typically love to use. Everything's going to be down in the description down below. Then that way you know exactly what products I am using. So when you hear the name, kind of write it down or just ask me down in the comments and I'll tell you. Everything's going to be listed down below so that you can go ahead and actually grab it. I'm going to show you different techniques on how to color correct. Also, that way you can kind of pick what you need when you need it, because you don't need to color correct the same all of the time. With this brush, we're going to be using this because this brush is really great to be able to use for eyeshadow, to be able to do your nose contouring, in this case to go ahead and do color correction. So it has a nice fluffy end right here, and then it does have a more dense end that is smaller, so we can be a little bit more precise whenever we are doing our eyeshadow looks or nose contouring, or in this case doing our color correction. Inside of your palette on the second layer, or wherever you have your color corrector, lip and cheek color, you want to locate that. In my case, it's going to be right here. It's going to look kind of orangey. Depending on your skin tone, it is going to look orange, peachy, or might have a little bit of a red undertone. The names of those are going to be Frenchy, Rosewood, Sandstone, or even Sangria. You might have that one as well to go ahead and do your color correction, or even Scarlet if you have a really deep skin tone. Check your color match results because it will be listed in there of what is your color corrector lip and cheek shade. Everything's going to be there for you. If you don't know what the name of it is or you can't spot it by the color, just let me know. If you have any question, if you need a color match, check the description. Get a color match. You can do that virtually with me, or go ahead and submit for one so that you can finally have the beautiful, flawless, elegant, sophisticated makeup routines that you've always wanted, because that's what we teach here. Let's go ahead and take the brush. We're going to go ahead and take the Bright brush, and I'm just going to lightly pick up the product. You're going to notice that there's not a lot of product on the brush. It's like barely there. You don't need a lot, I promise. We'll pick up some as we go. So you want to locate on the face where you need color correction. Do you have dark under eyes? Do you have hyperpigmentation? Do you have melasma? Do you have dark spots? That is what we're going to be color correcting with, and picking up just a little bit of product on the brush. One technique, if you only have a shadow or it's not really dark, is kind of washing it on the face, just to add a little bit of correction. This would only be if you're one that has a little bit of shadows, or you're color correcting something that it's barely there, but whenever you do your makeup, you seem that you can see it. You want to lightly brush it on to the skin. It's going to look something like this. And this is just giving it a wash of color. You're just feathering it on. Now, say you're somebody that has a little bit more of a color correction type of area, or a melasma, or a dark spot that's really dark. You don't want to wash it on. You want to actually tap it on. So you don't pick up more product, you change the technique. Doing a nice little brush like this, or blending in circles or feathering, will give you a lighter type of blend onto the skin. If you tap and pick up like this, you can see how this deposited the color differently. I did not dig into my product at all. I just went in, I picked up lightly, and I changed the type of technique based off the type of coverage that I want. So if this is just like an age spot, I can go ahead and go back in and just kind of go over it, tap and go over it like this. And you can see how it's depositing more product. I can also switch the end. This is a fluffy end. This end is fluffy. It's a little bit more dense, which means it's going to deposit differently. So if I need to be a little bit more precise on covering something, I don't dig into my product. I change either my technique of how I'm blending, or I change the type of brush end that I'm using. I go from fluffy to something that's a little bit more dense. I can go ahead and pick up to deposit the color to be a little bit more precise. That is one way that you can go in and color correct on the face. So you would color correct your whole face. Now, if you're somebody that maybe needs a little bit more coverage, or you have a wedding, or you have an event, there is a two-step color correction that I love to be able to go ahead and do. Now, with two-step color correction, it's pretty much the same. We are going to go in with the color corrector lip and cheek first. According to what you need and how you want to cover, you'll do the same thing. For me, it's just like a wash of color underneath the eyes. I typically don't color correct under the eyes or do anything because I really don't think that I need it anymore. Plus, the makeup that I've been matched to and the colors that have been selected for me, or that I selected for myself, actually have color correcting capability. So you might want to try your makeup and your makeup application without color correcting first. You might not even need to do that. That's what I love about this makeup. For those that need to color correct, go in and color correct. Do your color correction technique and place it where you need to go, just like we did on the other side. Now, what you can do is the two-step color correction, which is going to the front of your palette and using one of your darker highlights in the middle here. And you're going to go ahead and take one of those darker highlights and go on top of what you just did. Okay, it doesn't have to be the darkest one. It can be. Try it. You can mix them if you want to. And you're going to go ahead and deposit right on top and then apply it on top of what you just did. And the way that you're going to do that, you're not going to wash anything on. Anytime you are layering on makeup on top of each other, at this point, once one application is down, you want to go on top of it, you have to tap. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and mix my darker two colors. And I grab just barely a little bit. And I'm going to go on top and just kind of tap. And all I'm doing is just kind of tapping on the product just like this. Now, this is not meant to actually make everything magically disappear, or should it be blending into my skin and matching my skin? No, you're still color correcting. So it's still going to be blended and look off, or it's going to look a little bit orange or a little peach or a little red. This allows you to have the two-step color correction of what I like to call camouflaging, to go ahead and make sure that you're getting the coverage that you need by using your darker highlights to color correct with. The beautiful thing is too, I would definitely go ahead and recommend trying just using your darkest 2 highlights to go in and color correct with without using a lip and cheek to see if you like that even better. That's why I love this makeup, because you have the flexibility to mix and match and do things with your makeup that is all in one place to go ahead and get the results that you want and that you need without having all these other products and to have everything all in one place. We learned today we can use our lip and cheek color as a color corrector, which for me is Rosewood. Look inside of your color match results that I sent you. It'll tell you the name of what your color corrector is. It's usually going to be a peach color, an orange color of some sort, or has a little hint of red in it, depending on your skin tone. You can color correct lightly by doing a wash of color or tap on the product so that it deposits more product. Using a lip and cheek. Number 2 is doing the 2-step color correction, which is going in with the lip and cheek first, then switching to the top side of your palette and grabbing or mixing your 2 darker highlights or one of your darker highlights, and then tapping on that product. That's very important. You don't want to wash it like this because then it's going to move it. If you're putting anything on top, you definitely want to go ahead and tap it on, and it's going to help to deposit, and it's going to help to give you the coverage that you're looking for, but very lightly, okay? And then the last option to go ahead and color correct, which is using just your highlights to color correct with. Typically, it will be your darkest highlight or mixing 2 of your darkest highlights that you have. And you can definitely go ahead in and choose to go and color correct your face using your darker highlights with. That is an option as well. That is how you go ahead and color correct with your highlights here. Once you have your color correction that is actually on the face, before you jump into your routine with your all-in-one compact to go ahead and do your full makeup application, take some setting spray, spray your face with setting spray, and let that fully go ahead and dry down. Let it dry down everything with your color correction first, and then go ahead and go in with your all-in-one custom makeup palette. That's it. That's all. That's how you keep color correction really easy and how you can go ahead and use it with your all-in-one custom makeup palette. If you have any questions down below, let me know. If you want me to go ahead and do a video just to talk about the brushes and to show you different technique with the brushes, a more in-depth video, I can definitely do that, because having that knowledge just makes such a big difference. And if you haven't had a custom makeup done or have custom color match results done or need a skincare match, you can go ahead and comment match down below, match makeup, match skincare, or check out the description. I'll be more than happy to go ahead and help you with that. Love doing this as a pro makeup artist and an esthetician. I love actually taking care of the skin and finding makeup routines that are not only easy to do, keep us looking beautiful, sophisticated, and elegant without having to have 50 million products or too many steps. But in this video and this video series, we're actually just breaking down how to do everything step by step, so you get a full tutorial and full makeup tutorial on actually how to do things and why, with a full explanation of why, so then you know exactly how easy things actually can be, because you're going to be flying through these makeup routines. That's why they don't call it 5-minute makeup for nothing. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.